Hello friends, I am Santosh Hariharan and I am here to share something very interesting. All of us definitely would have experienced that whenever we go out to buy a mobile phone
or television, any electronic device, for example, in this case, as shown in the screen, a washing machine, we are always given an instruction manual. And this manual helps us to understand more about the device and how we should operate this. And this small manual helps us throughout further whenever we are using this machine, isn't it? But have you ever wondered if babies were also born with a user manual? Then life would have been easy for parents, isn't it? And the good news is that today we can have a brain manual of our child too by analyzing fingerprints. Yes, friends, our fingerprints are unique and it reveals a lot about our inborn talents, strengths, personality, our limitations too. And thereby, we can have a complete understanding about ourselves. We can use it for understanding our children and thereby have a complete brain manual and use this manual for providing the right kind of guidance to our children. Interesting, isn't it? So let me in the next few minutes tell you more about how we can unlock our potential by understanding our fingerprints. As parents, we always want the best for our children, and yet we also face some challenges. At times, we find that our children are maybe finding difficulties in their studies. Some are restless. Many children don't listen to their parents. They are stubborn. They are rigid. Some are introverted. They find it difficult to interact with other children or other people. And parents also are curious to know more about what could be the right career for their children going forward. And we can have answers to all these by analyzing fingerprints. The scientific name of this tool is DMIT, Dermatoglyphics Multiple Intelligence Test. Please understand that we have two types of abilities, our inborn talents and the one which we acquire as we grow. DMIT or this fingerprint analysis helps us to understand our inborn talents. And knowing this will help us to work in the right direction, utilize our strengths, thereby both success and happiness is rest assured. As you closely look at our fingerprints now, you will find that some of your fingers have these patterns. A large population of people have the loop or the shank pattern. And people with shank pattern or loop patterns are more amiable, friendly, social, wanting to help each other, good in teamwork. Whereas some are having the chakra pattern or the whirl. And these are the people who are more focused, goal-oriented, stubborn, at times rigid. And there are also people with the arch pattern or the dhanush pattern. And these are people with unlimited potential. And catching children at a young age with unlimited potential can help parents to derive the best out of their kids. And thanks to Dr. Harold Cummins, the father of dermatoglyphics, today we have greater understanding of the various fingerprint patterns. These are just three main types, and you'll be surprised to know that there are multiple subtypes of these patterns too. So understanding each fingerprint pattern is important because we may be having a mix of all these patterns in our 10 fingers. There are some individuals who have 100%, that is all 10 fingers having either loop or whirl or arch patterns. So depending on what kind of patterns we have, each of us are unique, each of us are different. Now the question would be, how are fingerprints connected to our brain? Well, the answer to that has been given by science. It has been already proven that from the 13th to 21st week of pregnancy, both the fingerprints and brain, they develop simultaneously. So depending on the neuronal density, the amount of neurons given in each of these brain lobes, a particular pattern also emerges, and therefore Studying that fingerprint pattern helps us to understand more about the brain function, whether we will be strong or average or weak in that particular area. So let's understand the five brain lobes, which are prefrontal, frontal, parietal, temporal, and occipital, each connected with our thumb, index, middle, ring, and the little fingers, respectively, in that sequence. So, studying our thumb fingers pattern will help us to know more about our leadership skills, our management abilities, our personality. The index finger reveals our creativity and strength in logic, reasoning, mathematics. The middle finger reveals about our fine motor and gross motor skills. The ring finger talks to us about our linguistics, ability to understand and learn music. And the last two fingers are more about our visual interpretation, observation, reading skills, etc. So, through the fingerprint patterns, we can therefore understand the strength of our children. Maybe sometimes some of these areas may be strong, average, or weak. And therefore, knowing each pattern can help parents to give the right kind of coaching, guidance, etc., so that children can also use their strength and overcome their limitations too. So these are the various multiple intelligences, the 8 intelligences to be precise, and the report will give us in detail the specific strength or limitation and the remedies to improve upon this, if at all there is a weakness. This is an interesting aspect of the report which every parent should understand. All of us have our own learning style. Some of us are auditory, that is, they love to listen and learn. Some learn by observation, and some learn by doing. They are kinesthetic. So, if we know the dominant natural learning style of our children, we will be able to ensure that the child is using that style more often. But many a times parents impose a style which their parents would have imposed upon them. So if you are telling your child to just sit quiet and focus on his studies without knowing that the child is an auditory learner, it will hamper his learning ability and it may result in lesser scores in his academics. And at times we then tend to label the child as maybe poor instructor. So on the contrary, if we are able to guide our children basis their natural style, the child will take lesser time to grasp more and will be able to score well in his studies. So this is something very important. I urge every parent, therefore, to do this study at a young age for their children so that they can guide their children better. Report also helps us to understand the various career options for their children. So the stars here indicate the strengths. Higher the stars, higher the chance of success if the child is also interested in that particular area. So that the efforts required are normal, and with normal efforts, the child can have higher chances of success. If the strength is less, as indicated by the 2 stars here, but if the child is interested, the child can achieve success with extra efforts and determination. So this again gives parents an idea about which will be the various possible options so that the children can be given proper direction at appropriate stages of his life, maybe in 8th standard or 10th standard or 12th standard, and subsequently too. Individuals can use this report for making crucial career changes if needed. So this is how this report can help all of us across various age groups, and therefore anybody above 2 years, we recommend that this test should be done. In fact, sooner the better, better late than never, but catch them young so that everybody is benefited. The benefits are immense. We will be able to take informed decisions as parents so that the children are guided in the right direction. We can know more about our child's innate abilities and provide them a holistic approach towards their success. As adults, we also can use this test for ourselves so that we can take correct decisions of career change, if any. And more importantly, doing the test in advance at a young age ensures that our hard earned money and the child's precious years are invested in the right direction. So the process is one needs to meet for getting the scans done, which takes around 15-20 minutes. And within few days, once the report is generated and a detailed synopsis is prepared, then again we need to meet for a detailed discussion of the entire brain manual. And then subsequently it is followed up with some tips and guidance so that whatever suggestions and remedies are given, one is able to implement that for consistency in their efforts and success subsequently in life. So at the end, let me express my gratitude, friends, to each of you for being patient in listening to me throughout this presentation so that you could understand more about what DMIT is all about. As I said, this tool helps us to understand ourselves. And as said by Aristotle, knowing ourselves is the beginning of wisdom. So we can use this tool for ourselves, we can use this tool for our family members, our children, so that using our strengths and overcoming our limitations, we can achieve both success and happiness. So to know more about this and to get your DMIT test done, please contact us at 8421315400. You can also know more about this on my website www.santosharihararan.com. So thank you so much once again and looking forward to an opportunity to serve you and your family members